Okay guys, we are live. And as you can see, I have my 6 stormfronts here, and specifically today we'll be working on these pipes. So you have this kind of pulsing glowing effects. So that's my draft. I will replicate that on all these guys here. Let me check if I have good position for the camera. Seems all right. Okay. Yes, you can see here. Okay, pretty good. Okay, so as you can see, all of these details are done, like the green glow here on the eyes here. Let's check this one. Have the eyes, the runes here, this kind of minor warpstone and the major stones here with the scars. So all of them are done. I have these big pipes here. Was a lot of work, and this kind of glowing theme going on here, the eyes as well. So all of these little details I did during the holiday break, and now I am back for painting. Very good. Oh yeah, very good. Okay. So you see all of them are mostly done, and now what I have to do, 2 last steps before I finish them. So first the pipes like this, and then the OSL. You see there is a dark green underneath here that serves as the basis of the OSL for everything that is glowing here. So this is pretty cool work because, oh, here I forgot this. Very good. So I'll do it now. This is very painterly, I would say, and artsy. Contrary to, for instance, the scars here, which require a lot of precision. This is a lot more enjoyable because it's not about precision. It's really about, you know, feeling. And I really prefer this kind of work for sure. Lot less stress and a lot more fun. Okay, so here I will start with this because I have seen forgot this, and then we'll do the pipes on all of them. So for instance, this guy, well, you get the drift. This all of them here, they all have pipes, a lot of them. So I won't do the big pipes like this. This have a cover, but this like the, how is it, the bare ones, yes. And lastly, that will be the OSL. Let me check what we have. Yeah, okay, so these two, because they have these big major pipes, they only have a few left. Maybe I'll leave it for the end. And yeah, 2 big pipes, 4 in total here. Oh, and also the small ones at the top here. And oh yeah, these 2 small pipes and this. Okay, so it's all right. I will organize them like so to do the heaviest work first while I am fresher, because yeah, these 2 are the same like this. Okay, so this guy has a lot here. Let me check under the weapons. No, okay, so just this one. Oh, this one here a little bit. All right, I'll be taking my green. Let me show you. I will start with this green, sea green from Vallejo, highlighted with this. For the lightest of the lightest, I can take the greenish white here, and then I can rework fade in the shadows with this black green. So that will be the work for today. Also a bit of fluorescent yellow if needed. And give the paint a good shake. Oh, I think I still have some on the palette. So now my palette is a mess, so I won't necessarily show you what I have on here. Because I've done a lot of green, so I've been on a break, on a winter break, and so that's why I haven't been streaming, but I still have been painting, and so, oh, okay, I have to dilute that quite a bit. I've done all the boring details, to be honest. So I have a good consistency here, somewhat diluted, but not too much. In fact, here I'm picking the area of my reflection. I think here you see how diluted it is, and so that's how I have natural gradient like this. And with a second pass that will reinforce that. And this, I want it to be quick enough because I have many to do. So, but you see, almost done. So there will be a highlight and stuff, refinement. But for now, okay, so here I will pass again on there just to make it slightly bigger, wider. You see, I want this pulsating feel here. Here that could be glazed over. I'll do it later. So here it's a bit lighter than this one. So I went up to white here, but not here. It's not that I forgot, but that's my choice for the fluctuating energy. So here also a bit wider. Why do I do it a bit wider in these areas? It's because I want to break the monotony. Otherwise, it's just linear, and I would like to avoid that. Hello, Sotako. How are you doing? Yep. Okay, so this one really is the main event. This one here and this one as well. You see. Okay, now it is dry, so second pass, and you see how it will brighten here. Simple second pass of kind of a glaze consistency, and we already have this gradient. Okay, Hopla, here on this side too. It's important I do the pipes before the final OSL on the body itself, because I want to see where the light is the strongest, and so that will impact the intensity of the. So this is all right. Oh my god, I still have these three here. Okay, but you see how quick, because this does not need much precision. So it's very enjoyable to paint this. The effect is cool, and so if you want to see how it's done, well, you're at the right place. Okay, something like this. Second pass here, so I'm much less diluted. Okay, something like this. Okay, if it's not perfect, it's okay. There will be many passes, but to be honest, that's fine enough. Now to this guy here, I'll do so this medium green on all of them before I highlight. In fact, so here I look at the miniature and try to decide where it would be the most relevant. So here, one big here, for sure. I think I will need a smaller here. And I have one big here for a reason that is pretty simple. I need, so here there is this crystal here that is glowing. If I have nothing here on this side, it will look very bizarre. And so I will, whether I do a glow or an OSL. And so I'll do the glow of the pipe itself. Okay, I go around the whole surface. Try to have a good coat, a good coverage. It will avoid 1,000 passes. Okay. Let me check. I think it makes sense pretty good, like this. Okay. The other one, let me check. Yeah, we need one here, just so that we will see it from the main angle. So the main angle of the miniature is this one, something like this. And so I need something here. Maybe one. Oh yeah, okay, so I will need one here as well. And yeah, one here. That will work very well, like this. Okay. So I would rather have a very light pass as a first pass and then reinforce it in the center. So here I want to be too strong, but I will have to redo it later. It's okay. I mean redo to soften the edges, to darken the transitions. Okay, wait for it to dry. Okay, so I'll show you right away how I will deal with these harsh transitions. I take a dark green. It's really quick. And it really works pretty fine like this. And can go over it again like this. Oh, a bit more dilution. Hello Goose, how are you doing? Oh, it's something like this. You see this transition now? It's pretty smooth, so very quick. In fact, it's easy to darken and to do a darker transition than it is to do a light transition. So it's easier to start with a light color and then darken it to have a good transition, rather than starting with a dark color and highlighting it. So that's an interesting one, simply because the dark colors, they have less white in them, and so they are more transparent. Yeah, just like that. Nothing really fancy, but it works. That's cool. But I started a bit too aggressively, of course. The excitement. It's okay. In fact, I just want to have a good amount of paint on the pipes. I want kind of a rougher finish to that, just because I want it to be like pulsating energy in these pipes, and I like a bit of roughness. That's why I thought it would be good content for a live, because this is really fun, just fun. Yeah, you see now it's a lot smoother. Of course, I can do some black here. I'll do it later. No worries. I finish the second pipe. My uncle does this. Sorry, does what? Painting miniatures. Is that what you mean? 80 shorts. If you're talking about painting miniatures, then you have a very cool uncle. Painting miniatures, great. Well, painting, you know, whether it's on Canva or miniature, I would say really cool activity. I think that the Canva painting must be even more relaxing, because you know, just like impressionist and stuff, it's not about the precision, it's really about the feeling. And some painters do that. I think I'm thinking of Sergio Calvo, which made like the copy base approach, where it's pretty dirty, but the paint is just at the right spot, and so even though if it's rough, it just looks great. And trying to do something like this, you know, rough and great, and so it's fun, and you also have cool results. Okay. Okay. Let me finish these brush strokes. I think I have a few comments, and I haven't seen them pass, but please let me finish this, and then I will read the comments. There is this. You airbrush anything? You airbrush? Yeah, I did. I airbrushed the skin here, as you can see here. But that's the only part. I could airbrush this, but I don't want to have the overspray on all the miniature. I could also protect with some wrap. I want to do it with a brush, it's okay. But yeah, the skin is airbrushed, and the rest is paint with a paint brush. So here, in fact, I'm just looking if the highlights are at the spot that is interesting. Is it interesting? So this here is really, really good. Yeah, it takes the attention here, a bit of a reminder to finish, you know, this big line here of greenery. But this really is nice, okay. Talking about the position. And so something I really changed in my approach of painting. I used to refine very quick, and I mean very early in the process. I used to just do something and try to do it great, like refining stuff. But I think it's very wrong, because the placement is just so much more important than the refinement. And so you could have something very refined at the wrong position, and that would not really provoke anything to the eye. And so placement comes first, and then if I think it's interesting, well, then I will refine some more. Okay, so now I have these pipes here. Oh, he has a lot of pipes, and that's why I want to keep it pretty fast. And so pretty interesting technique if you have to paint more. Let me think. And here there is an obvious one here and here. Okay. Right. Your Skaven dude looks sick. Well, thank you very much. In fact, there is a lot of painting hours into this. So there's the rest in the background. I have 6 of them. In fact, it's 2 squads of 3 guys, 2 pairs of 3, and really they have good amount of details. But I'm getting to it. And so, do you use an expensive airbrush? It's an interesting question. I started with an expensive So my first airbrush is an expensive one. And yeah, I think it's a Harden and Steenbeck, something like this. That's the name of the brand, German brand. And so because I didn't know how to use an airbrush, I clogged it all the time, and there was a lot of cleaning and stuff. Really put me off of the airbrush, but that was a long time ago. And then I wanted to buy another airbrush to do some zenithal highlight and stuff, and so I bought a very cheap one of like something like $10 or $20. And so I didn't have the worry to clog the airbrush or to have a cleaning that wasn't thorough enough. And I did quite a lot with that, with the cheap airbrush. And then I went back to I just learned to clean the airbrush faster. And hello, controversy. And then yeah, learn to clean the airbrush faster, and also because I was also getting better, I wanted to try the better quality tools that I had, and so I went back to the let's say the expensive airbrush, but it's not crazy expensive. It's not like the remember in euros, I think it was 150, something like this. It's like the 2-in-1 something from a Harden and Steenbeck. So I think like Iwatas and stuff, they do more expensive airbrushes. Also depends of on the size of the needle. Just got a new Harder and Steenbeck. Yes, I think it's good brand. It's very reputed brand. Gerald's HK2 Infinity. Oh, Infinity. Yeah. Yes, I think if it's partners with the painter, right? Gerald's Iwata Custom. Oh wow! So you are the connoisseur of the airbrush. Very good. Yeah. I think I should get the smallest nozzle I have, like the smallest needle I have is 0.2, but I think I could try to get smaller. I think that would help, just to be more efficient. Oh, something like this, like on the other side as well. Okay. Not really easy to get access to that here behind. If you want something to just prime with me, check out the I1 Eclipse line of airbrush. I used to prime with the airbrush, but I think that the coverage is too thin, and sometimes it would just come off, especially on resin printed miniatures, 3D printed miniatures. And so now I like to have a good base coat with a can. But if I had to airbrush, I think this place where I take a primer. Yeah. I think for the airbrushing, really, you could go with a 0.5, It's not like you need any precision at all for the airbrushing, for the priming. Okay. I'm really liking just the glazing here. Very quick and easy, but you get really, I love these front organs, they are so cool. Thank you very much, Bolter Thrower. Picking up, oh yeah, 0.18, that is what I'm talking about. Very small. Very small, but I guess you can do a lot with these smaller needles. Something super useful to have for sure. Oops, have a big hair on the paintbrush here. Oops, not diluted enough. Sorry, I have this here. I can see it here on the brush. So I think, you know, I don't know your own painting level, but if you just dilute your paint, it will be more transparent. And so in a few layers, like, I don't know, 3, 4, could get this cool gradient. It was really fast. And to be fair, well, it's not really refined. It's not the final version, but you know, if you have some gaming stuff, and really, to be honest, you need a highlight then, but you know, for a start, it's pretty fair. And so it's just glazing, right? There's no fancy blending or whatever. Well, it's like, let's say, medium green straight on black. So only one color on top of black, and you get a pretty decent gradient. It's just glazing, so that's pretty awesome. I want a bit of that grittiness in there. That raw energy going through the pipes, fluctuating, pulsing. And then you come back in the middle. Yep, something like this. Let me check. Yes, no other pipe except these. Okay, cool, because that's a lot. And you know what? Because I have done one already here. So you see, yes, I will need the highlights and stuff, but it's okay. So I've done 1 and 2 and 3 here. And so, oh, am I saying 2 and 3? Oh, no, just 1. Okay. I think I'll do them one at a time. So I will have a result at the end of this live. I think it's fair enough as well. So that's why I started with a medium green, so that it has an impact and I can really start to place the lights. Otherwise, if I take the dark green again, it's too many passes to get a significant result. But if it's a pass of the same color, in fact, it's very easy. You just wait for it to dry by doing another area. And then when you're done, boom, you get back to this is dry, and you go to second layer, and you will have more intensity and opacity. Let me check here, this line. Okay, something like this. And down here, okay. Something like this. In fact, here I already have a good opaque coat, so it's pretty fine. It's ready for the next step of highlight. Pretty fine. It's been 36 minutes. I would like it to be faster, but it will be worth it to see the results on these minis. Okay. And now I have these three up here. This I don't like the placement here. It's pretty boring. Let me take some black, and I don't know if you see what I'm talking about. Talking about this here. Not a fan. So let me take some black here, like this, and correct the placement. It's the most important. So I dilute it well, because here, up, yeah, here we go. Yeah, something like this. Let me check what is wrong. Okay. Okay, just a little bit something like this. I will take the opportunity to go here with the black, reinforce the shadows, so everything in time. So not only I'm repainting the shadows here, but that is also blending. So another layer of paint reinforces the blend. Okay. Something like this. Okay, nice. Once more. That's always like this with the glaze. I like it's good, yes, and then once more. It's easy, same color. I haven't reloaded the brush. It's just one other pass, pretty quick, kind of, how do you call that? Stippling, but it's heavy. Stipple, like it's not precise. But that's what makes it doable and enjoyable. Don't need to over focus on this. Okay, pretty cool. And now I'm taking my medium green again. Okay, well diluted. In the center, oops, too diluted. Okay, so you can see here is the main angle of the miniature. I have this big green light here as a closure to the eye, and I have a bit of something here. Although of course the two crystals are the main event on this mini. Yeah, maybe something like this. Yes, yes. Some here as well works fine. And now the top section. And then I will start with the highlights. Our top section, let me check. Main view angle is here, so I will have one here. Okay, one here. Oof. And one here. Okay. And so there too. The placement, it's just about the placement. I think it's cool here. Right, you see, it starts to work already. Well, okay, turning here, and maybe now here we go down there. It's just a matter of how to say, altern. Yeah, is it a verb to altern between dark, the black and the green, the black and the green, as if it was pulsating on the pipe like this. Okay. I don't use a sponge here. I thought of using this kind of egg sponge. I think it's just too big. And you know, I cannot, if I want to do it here inside, I would be, so of course, that would be even faster. But it's okay. The paintbrush is a noble instrument. And yeah, does the job. The most reliable. Oof, okay. Fine enough, I guess. Yeah, I mean, that was really rough in terms of transitions, if you look at this. But it was pretty quick and with a bit of refinement. So I will do the highlights. Highlights are super easy. And then I will do, I think it's the same here. I haven't really worked my transitions back to black. It's pretty rough as well. Yes, you see it here, very rough. But that's okay. I think it's pretty fine, this, okay. It's better to have like a good placement that you can refine. Okay, and so now I will do a second pass on all these areas just to make sure I have a good solid coverage. So now it's a bit thicker, paint is thicker. We'll just do a bit coverage in the middle, in the center of the green areas, just to have a solid base coat for the lighter green. So this is very quick, but again, reinforcing the intensity of the green, so that's perfect. All with the same color. Brush strokes, you see, are pretty free. I think, wow, it's liberating really to paint like this. Just putting some paint on the model, basically. Again, if it's not perfect, it's fine. Yeah, okay. Let me check. So I think this is done. This, and that. This pipe's pretty fine already. Yeah, this needs some more. Okay. Also, it's important to make sure that the size is appropriate, big enough for a highlight. Not everything is the same size, so there is no, so it's not boring. Not too predictable. Okay. Yeah, that will be it, and then I will highlight with, let me show you this green here, like the apple green here. Okay, let me rinse my brush, and then I will do it. So yeah, let me show you my palette. It's terrible, dreadful, because I had it for a while. So that was my green here, half dry, and that's the other green here. Oops, mixed in with some of that brown. Perfect. Yeah, you see here I have so much already. I will use this. Anyway, I'm doing a rough job, so I can use a rough paint. Sorry for the swearing. Put some of the water from the palette on my desk. Let me wipe this, please, and then I will start. Oh no, on the ground as well. Give me a second. Okay. Ready. Thank you very much. By the way, if you appreciate what you're seeing, I invite you to subscribe to the channel if you want to join the adventure, and you'll be able to see all my long form videos, shorts and long and stuff. Everything I do. If you appreciate it and you want to subscribe to see more and to make our little community grow, well, you're very welcome. I have a bit too much water here in my paint. Let me grab some here. Okay. Ooh. Well, I will let it dry because I'm not doing something great here. Oh. Okay. Yeah, too much water in there. Oops, sorry. Here I'm in the frames better. So the only thing that really matters here is that my brush ends in the center, and that's where it will leave the hop, 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 and boom in the center. That's where it leaves the drop. So I have glazed the surroundings and then leave the drop in the center. Look, it's already starting to do something. So here it looks very dirty because the coat, it's still, it's not clean. I need a better coverage, but that will come with different passes. And already I can see something starting to form, and so I know I'm on the right track. And so I get that confirmation pretty early instead of refining too much and then, you know, not liking what I've done. I mean, tell me guys if this has happened to you already, but you spend a long time painting something, and the more you paint, the more it feels that like the result, that's the potential greatness you saw at some point is escaping, and it seems there is nothing you can do to catch it back. And so I try to avoid it by just doing a rough work to begin, and once I like the position of everything, I think like, oh, okay, cool, then I will refine. But to be honest, I think it's already starting to look like something. And of course, this technique will be faster and faster with the different steps because you cover less and less. You know what? Let me do this guy here. I had this area here that wasn't finished. So here I'm really just touching and leaving a drop. So now it looks bright, but when it will dry, it will be darker. So I will come back and have a second pass, and that's how it works. But yeah, something fun. You don't need 1,000 paints to do a gradient. You need one. Just dilute it and have several passes, right? Of course, if you can highlight it, I would say if you start on a black base coat, and I would say 4 paints. You know, for this kind, let me show you. Oops, sorry, touching the camera, but I think that's exactly what you need in terms of value. So how light it is. That's the mid-tone, the mid-highlight. This is to how to say, fade back into the black, and this is for the lightest. For instance, what you see here. Oh, wow. This is this kind of white, greenish white here. And so it's just the same color. Well, if you know, you have just one color, black and white, and you add some white to the green, and boom. Or you add some black, and that will be it. But because it's lengthy enough to paint like this, why not, you know, buy one for this couple of dollars or however, like I don't know, 4 or 5, and save some time. So you don't have to mix and yeah, it's absolutely rough, but I think it works, especially from far. And I will refine it later. But this is, I cannot even see what I'm doing. But if I cannot see, then I trust that nobody can see. Oh, you can on camera, very good. Like this, yes. Okay. That's good enough. You see, it's very hard to reach in there. Well, even behind here, you know. I should have something. Let me see. Yeah, there is one there. Let me do it, you know, just for the same. Because it's in the shadows, but because it should be glowing. But when I take the picture, the light will not hit that area here. So even if I paint it, it will just look black. But whatever, just do it. Okay, dilute a bit. So here. Can you see it on camera? Oh, you can. Yeah, like this. Okay. Fine enough. Fine enough. So it's not like I have missed the spots. Okay, and that should be... I will add some white in there, just like I did here. You see here? I added some of this greenish white, just to give it a bit of peps here. I may or may not, I don't know yet. Pulsing. Like, this is the tank, and that would draw from there, and feed the gun here. That's what I see. How is the how is it, the noise making? Okay, so that's fine enough. Let's do this guy here. Now this is dry. Ooh. We'll let it, when it will dry, it will be, hello, Betty Boop. So here I have to wait to dry. Oh, it's dry? Yes, dry, okay. Yo. And this here, Pablo Mireles. Hi. Nice work. Thank you. Artistics GFX. So this is more of a rough draft on the pipes here. Just to make sure it's cool, but this, I really like that. Thank you. And Zegauter. Thank you very much. Appreciate the kind words. Oh wow, I have all the bag here, of course. This is not that long, to be honest, especially the highlights. The green I'm using, I don't know if it's old paint or what, is very diluted already. And so I'm not blending at all, right? I'm not doing any efforts. Just the effort I'm doing is to putting the last drop of paint in the center, you see? Oopla, sorry, like this. And it does a lot. Yeah, I mean, if you have like some cool effects to add to your army and you don't have time, definitely a pretty solid method like this. Just glazing. No wet blending or something. So of course, it lacks a bit of smoothness. To be fair, personally, I will smoothen everything out. But here, if you have to go quick, and yeah, you know, you can go quick first, and if you have to get your army ready for something, and when it's done and the dust settles, you go back to it and you finish the job. Definitely something that can work, right? The canvas is not set until you say it is. So you can of course get back to it anytime you want. But I like the black and light green, light green fluctuation. Really eye-catching when you see it, like shoop, really draws the eyes. Whew. Breathing. here from these angles. That is the main angle of the miniature. And so yes, I need to highlight this here. And here. Oof, I don't want to touch the crystal that I have finished already. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, I love this. I think that's my favorite of the 6. And this one has a special dynamics. And that's why here I had a big highlight on the armor. It's a bit artistic. When I say artistic, it's like not following the theories of how it should behave. Just because I wanted to draw this big line and kind of an explosion here between the crystal and the face. And I like these pipes here, feeding, and these two here at the bottom and the top, kind of just circling the crystal here. So get a good line here, and here a counter line like this with depths. It's pretty nice. Okay. Oh yeah, this. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So you see here it's just a dot, really. Just a big dot of diluted paint. And that's the job. Now I will reinforce the highlights in some areas where I think I don't have a good coat. I can see it everywhere. Here, for instance. Oops. Oof. That is bright. A bit too bright, maybe. Oh, well, I think I will go up to white, in fact. We'll have to pick which one. Oh, yeah, this one here in the center. So here I will feather. The paint isn't dry. I think it's not great. So I will just feather here. Yep, you see? Easy peasy. And I can also add a bit of this here, like medium green. And yes, that's better controlled. Okay. Oh yeah, I think I have spotted a problem somewhere. It's like my reflection around the pipe is not at the same spot. Let me check where it is. Which one is it already? I think it's this one. Like here you see the highlight here. Oops, sorry. See the highlight, but when I shake, yeah, so it's a bit down here. So yeah, okay, something like this, better. And let me check if I have another one. It's not really consistent. Oh yeah, I know. There's one here. Oh, it's okay, it's fixed. Everything went into order. Cool. Yeah, this little guy on the back is just chilling, LARPing as a what, an astronaut or? And you see, yes. So the requirement I have had, let's say, for this guy is to downplay him, and so so this is a commission painting, in fact, painting for somebody. And so he asked me to downplay this little guy here because he doesn't like this big brain rat. And so my idea was to leave it all black, just have the reflection, the OSL hitting the edges. And so this way, here you see it's really working. You don't really see him much because this is really drawing the attention around. So if there are any parts on the model that you don't like, you can think about that. Just have them in a darker color. And they won't pop as much. Oh, okay. Just redid this part here in green, so now I can redo the highlight. Something like this. I'll do again a few passes and then I will go up to the white highlight on there. Wow, you see this kind of stippling like this really helps in blending. Pretty nice. I think it's light enough. The coverage is all right. And so I will do the white. Let me check. That's my benchmark. The benchmark is a lot cleaner. So here, yes, I will do it cleaner, but there is a big reason for why it's so dirty. And the paint has been on the palette for a while, and so it has lost some of its best properties. Another pass will help. So it looks a bit dirty because you see this, nothing is really opaque. There are holes, let's say, in the coat, and that's why it looks dirty. I'm okay for some holes, not too much. Just like I said from the beginning, I'm looking for a bit of this grittiness because this is a raw energy flowing into like some warpstone stuff. It can have this kind of grittiness and lighting. Sorry, I have to plug my phone. I'm filming with my phone, but I have forgotten to just plug it. So, up, here we go. Yep, and that's better. Okay. In fact, I'm not afraid to just go too far with the highlight, because just like I said, it's easier to tone down the highlight rather than it is to highlight the dark. And so it will just contribute to the richness. Okay. Okay, all right. Comparing the two. Okay, let me check something. Okay, so I've put some new paint, fresh paint on the palette. Really, I want to fix this before the last highlight. So that's some fresh paint. I think that we do exactly what I wanted to do, a lot better than the old, dirty, dry, half-dry paint. Okay, I go up to white in the highlights and then tone it back down with some green. My mid-tone green here I have lost quite a bit, especially here on this arm. Oh yeah, it's better. And so then, of course, it depends on how long you want to spend painting on your own miniature. But the more time you would spend and refine these transitions, the better it will look, that's for sure. So then, up to you. Okay, yeah, it's pretty good. This is not too light, not necessary. This is better like this. Okay, cool. Turning down slightly because I think I went a bit too far, but it's okay. It does look like it's glowing, really. Wait for the white. I have some white, so I have to pick my battles now. Where will I have the white? I want some here in the front. I maybe have some at the back there. I don't know. Let me check. Not even necessary. I don't want to make it look like it's just a mirror. Hopefully I can find something more relevant. Oops. Hey, yeah, I had this area here as well, inside. Just forgotten. Yeah, something like this. Okay, cool. And then this, I have to feather slightly. Okay. Where was it? Oh, it was here inside, maybe? Yeah, okay. Whatever. Oops. Okay. As you see, big, how to say, drop of paint. It's very liquid, but gets a very good coverage. And when it dries, because it's a big drop, when it dries very smooth. Okay, something like this. Oh, nice. Do you see this transition here? Well, we'll wait for it to dry, but I can tell you with my own eyes, I can see it's... I didn't really work that much on making the smooth transitions, but just one pass of dark green, and then another pass of this lighter green, and then it works, just works. Okay, so now some white. You know what? I will start by having some where I said here, maybe some here, and that may be it. I don't think these areas here need some because there is this crystal here that is light enough. Just like really in your face, right, in the front of the miniature, like this, something lighter can work. Maybe here at the back. Okay. White. Let me reload the white on the palette. I hope you guys are having a good time. And by the way, if you're enjoying what you see and you want to stick along and ride along on the long run, with the channel, you're very welcome to subscribe. So why do I say on the long run? Because sometimes people, they subscribe, but then they unsubscribe soon after. And so it makes me feel like I've done something wrong when I see people unsubscribing. So please, if you think you need more time before you commit to subscribing, you can check what I have on the channel, like the long form videos and the shorts. And you can wait, no problem. But of course, if you are ready to just ride along on the long term, of course you are very welcome to subscribe, and I'm very thankful for it. So thank you guys. Okay, something like this, and here as well. Yeah, now it really seems like Weiner gun. Sorry, mate. I didn't quite understand what you meant. Please note that English is not my mother tongue, so that may explain. Sometimes I just cannot get it, sorry. Yeah, I think I could have something on the back. To be fair, it looks really better with the white, so I will do it a bit more. Yeah, so this here and here. Okay. And here, like I said, here's look nice. I think, yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for it. If it's not cool, I will undo it, but I think here we can have something. Oops. A bit more dilution is needed. Something like this. Yeah, okay. In here. Like these two. I think that will be enough for the white highlight. Don't want to overdo it everywhere. I want to have some variety in the intensity of the pulse, just to have something more organic, because the warpstone, to my understanding, is hazardous material, and so unpredictable. Yeah, I think this is fine enough like this. And what would be left really is refinement, refining the thing until happy. But overall, that's the idea. That's the kind of fluctuating. Oh yeah, you see with the highlight, this is funny because it looks thicker, slightly thicker than the black parts. So it's like how to say, because you have some stuff in there, it's how to say, bloating or something, I don't know, bloated. Yeah, that's about it. Let's have something here. Boop. Tiny, tiny. Oh, yeah, here maybe. And there. And there. Okay. That's too much here. I will glaze over it with my light green. Like this. That will be a mistake from the past. Very good, like here as well. In fact, I didn't like it. And I think that's, that's very nice. And so you see, I would just refine it from now. I would just refine with some more glazes. Let me show you the paints before I end the live. These 4 here, that's what I got to make this. 2 mid-tones, the highest light, and this would fade into the black. I can have some black too, to just reassert the black in some areas. Let me compare to the first version and see if it's close enough, if it's too much or something. But I think the white comes in desaturated, so you know that's pretty much similar enough. Ooh, I think it's from afar it's pretty cool. Okay, so it's pretty cool from afar, but it's far from looking cool. That's what we say. Something like this, yeah, really. That's good enough. Good readability. Pretty, almost alien-like. I don't know if you think, guys, that looks like a bit alien, but I think it does. I think it's cool for these big mutant rats. Okay, guys. Well, thank you very much for showing up and sticking with me. Like I said, if you like what you see, please subscribe, and we'll ride along for the long run. I will come back tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow, same time, about, I don't know, it's like 8 o'clock or West Coast time, so Los Angeles time, 8:30, that's my time. Thank you very much, and see you then.